Falcon 9 rocket lifted off from California's Vandenberg Space Force Base at 10:25 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 7:25 a.m. local California time, 14:25 GMT, on a mission for the U.S. Space Force called USSF-62. USSF-62 will send the Weather System Follow-on Microwave, WSF-M, satellite to low Earth orbit. WSF-M is a next-generation spacecraft that will provide critical and actionable weather intelligence to military operations in all warfighting domains, according to BAE Systems, which developed and built that.
Successful liftoff from Space Launch Complex 40 in Cape Canaveral, Florida. Love is in the air today, and now Falcon 9 is too. Our next milestone is at the T plus 1 minute and 12 mark, which will be max Q.
Telemetry nominal.
And max Q is the moment of peak mechanical stress on the rocket. Great views of Falcon 9 there.
Mach 1.
We're coming up on max Q in just a few seconds.
Max Q.
There was max Q, and you could see the really cool view of Falcon going supersonic. You could see that little sonic boom in the live views there. And coming up in just about a minute here are
Engine chill has started.
4 events in rapid succession. So the first will be main engine cutoff, and this is where all 9 of the Falcon first stage M1D engines will shut off in preparation for stage separation, which is when the first and second stages will separate, followed by second engine startup, which is when that Merlin vacuum engine of the second stage will start up to boost the payload to low Earth orbit. And then the last event is the boost back burn, where the Falcon 9 first stage will ignite to orient itself to head back to land. Now you can see these events will start in just about 10 seconds here with main engine cutoff.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
And back startup. Stage 1 boost back startup.
There you saw and heard the confirmation of a successful main engine cutoff, stage separation, second engine start, and boost back burn start. You can see great views from the Falcon first stage. The grid fins will be deploying here shortly. And coming up is fairing deployment as well. And as a reminder, we won't see any live views from the second stage today, so we won't see the fairings deploy, but we will get confirmation.
Satellite data SpaceX Falcon 9 sends USSF-62 to orbit with the Weather System Follow-on Microwave, WSF-M, satellite on April 11, 2024.
Now, coming up next
Image
is
credit.
the end of the
SpaceX WSF-M's primary instrument is a microwave imager, which will measure sea surface winds, the strength of tropical cyclones, and gather other environmental data.
Stage 1 boost back shutdown.
Also flying on the satellite is a space weather sensor provided by the U.S.
That is a good burn of the first stage. Again, you are watching a live webcast for USSF-124, a collaboration.
On nominals trajectories.
A collaboration between the Space Systems Command, the U.S. Missile Defense Agency, and the U.S. Space Forces Space Development Agency, delivering 2 prototype satellites to orbit as part of the Hypersonic and Ballistic Tracking Space Sensor Program, as well as the SDA's Final 4 Tranche 0 Tracking Layer satellites. You can see our grid fins have deployed there, and these will help reorient that first stage as it makes its way back down to Earth. And you can see those puffs of gas, they're coming from the attitude control system, and that is nitrogen gas that is coming out. Now today we will be attempting to recover the Falcon 9 first stage back at landing zone
according to
2.
BAE Systems.
And in just a couple
We're
minutes,
absolutely
the booster
thrilled
will
to be out
execute
here
an
on the
entry
Central
burn,
Coast
followed by
with a superb
landing
team
burn.
primed and ready to
Now, both
launch
these
the
burns are meant to slow the
USSF-62
booster down
satellite.
rapidly before
Colonel Jim
landing,
Horn, Senior Material
and if we do have
Leader
a
for
successful
Space
landing
Systems
today,
Command's
it will mark
Launch
the
Execution Delta,
272nd
said in an
landing of
emailed
an
statement.
orbital-class rocket.
With each national security launch, we add to America's capabilities and improve its deterrence in the face of growing threats.
Orbit, Falcon 9 does have 2 more burns to
USSF-62 is SpaceX's
We already saw our
37th launch
burn,
of
so coming up next
2024
is the
and its
entry
second of
burn
the
in
year
just
for the
about a
space.
minute. And this is where 3 of the Merlin engines of the first stage will reignite, and this will help slow the stage down as it re-enters the upper parts of the Earth's atmosphere. And then the third and last burn is the landing burn, and this is a single engine burn that brings the vehicle speed down rapidly in order to land back on Earth. You can see those nitrogen cold gas thrusters of our attitude control system along with our grid fins. Those are hypersonic grid fins, and there's 4 of them around the top of the Falcon first stage. We're coming up on the start of our first stage entry burn. This will be about a 20-second burn starting in just a few seconds.
Stage 1 entry burn.
There is the start of our stage 1 entry burn. And this is a 3-engine burn that's slowing that first stage down.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
There is that shutdown.
Stage 1 FTS has saved.
Shutdown of the
Both
engines.
vehicles are on nominal trajectories.
And those callouts were that the flight termination system has been saved and trajectories are all nominal. Coming up next is our stage 1 landing burn in just about 30 seconds here as we come back towards the coast of Cape Canaveral. Again, there are 4 landing legs arranged around Falcon 9 first stage, which will deploy just prior to landing.
A Falcon 9 launched the 6-satellite USSF-124 mission from Florida's Cape Canaveral Space Force Station on February 14.
Stage 1 landing burn.
There is the start of that stage 1 landing burn.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
Super cool views of landing zone 2 approaching quick.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
Stage 2 FTS has saved.
Awesome views. There you have it. We have successfully made the 272nd landing of an orbital-class rocket. And with that successful confirmation of our booster landing, that will bring today's webcast to a close.